difference between Windows 11 and Windows 10? Can you tell me that?
I'm not sure. I haven't tried 11.
Yeah, it's a bit new. I think it started September.
I can update mine,
Not
but
that familiar.
I haven't tried.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just to make it short, I'll say Windows 10 works with very old computers. You can install a Windows 10 like a computer from 2003, like all
Oh,
those computers that we have which had like very old processors.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you are familiar with the processor sockets from Intel. I'm not talking of AMD right now. I'm just being into Intel, like
Mhm.
775, LGA 775, 1155. All these processors you can install Windows 10 but not Windows 11,
I see.
because
Mm.
Windows 11 has they have increased their hardware,
More up to date.
yeah, hardware compatibility. They have made some changes,
Mm.
but we are always there to bypass all those and install. I'm running a fourth generation processor on my desktop. By the way, the screen you're seeing, that is of my laptop. That supports it very. This is an 11 Gen 1, but my desktop is a bit
Okay.
old one. But I have managed to install there as well by doing some
All right.
tweaks in registry. So, and Windows 11, they require TPM. Do you know what is TPM?
Oh, no
No.
idea.
Okay, so TPM, it is a short form of Trusted Platform Module. Like suppose you have a computer and you lost the computer. Suppose I steal your computer, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not bothered with what data you have there. So I straight away go to the BIOS and try to install a fresh operating system. Now, if I keep your old hard drive in and I do not do anything electronically on the motherboard, I won't be able to install a fresh Windows 10 or Windows 11 onto a PC that has TPM enabled.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
That is the thing. They also require Windows 11 requires secure boot, and Windows 11 also requires UEFI. The legacy BIOS is not supported. Do you have any idea of legacy BIOS and UEFI?
The older version.
Yeah, that's it. You can say it as an
Yeah.
older version. The BIOS is older. UEFI is a newer version.
Hmm.
UEFI is specially it gives you a GUI, a graphical user interface. It supports many of the computers. They
Mm.
don't, but many they do.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some
Okay.
basic differences as such. In short, UEFI is more modern, more secure, more more modifiable, and BIOS is a straight and simple thing. And the basic
Okay.
difference between UEFI and BIOS, if I come into that, is like when you are using UEFI, it manually it handles the boot files. Okay, if you have, suppose you have 2 3 operating system installed in your computer, UEFI manages to hand over it can manage the boot files. So it will particularly hand over to Windows or to Linux, or to if you have installed something else on that, maybe Red Hat, like that is we call it a Debian OS. Well, Red Hat is not actually Debian. Red Hat is Linux, where there are other Debian operating systems. So, but what BIOS does not handle boot. BIOS just handovers the, what you say, handovers the thing to a particular boot managing software, or that we say a bootloader. Have you heard of
Mm-hmm.
bootloader? Like Windows, they use that Windows Master Boot Record (MBR), and I think I don't know if you have heard of it. The Linux, they use Grub. So BIOS will do, BIOS will hand over the grub, and grub will decide or let you decide to which operating system you want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So why am I saying all this? Because many of you will face that normally Windows 11, you need to set up Windows 11. You need not install it, but you need to install Windows 11 sorry, you need to set up Windows 11 on the users of the newer laptops.
Okay.
All right.
So this is a new Windows 11. What you're using right now is Windows 11, right?
Right. This is
Got it,
Windows
got it.
11. Now this is very simple. Like everything is quite simple. They have changed the interface a bit from Windows 10, but 90% I would say, like on the foreground and on the background, 90% is same.
Almost the same. Yeah.
Almost the same. Just they have changed their hardware compatibility. Like you can install Windows 10 in a in a 2 GB RAM, but Windows 11, if you have a 2 GB RAM, a DDR3, yeah. If you have a 2 GB DDR3 RAM, they won't allow you to install
Okay.
until and unless you do something on the back end. That is always on the
Yeah,
quotes, right? So what I will do is I will try to show you to install Windows 11 on a virtual machine. Do you have any idea what is a virtual machine?
Yep.
Okay. Rico, do you have any idea of virtual machine?
Not really that much.
Okay, so that is this is my physical machine. That this thing you can see, tough is written, this start menu, these are everything on the physical machine. That is, if I open up my Explorer, this is the system C, you can see here. This is my physical solid state drive with physical partitions there. What I will do is I will open up VMware. Normally virtual machines are handled by software. Windows has its own virtual machine handling software that is called Hyper-V Manager. You can see that here. Okay. Please stop me if you have any question. All right.
Yep.
Okay. And I have also, you can see this one, VMware workstation. That is also another virtual machine managing software. So to get things a bit on the easier, this is this VMware and Hyper-V. The basic difference is Hyper-V is straight and simple. VMware is more complicated. You can do more things with VMware. So for just showing you the installation process of Windows 11, I'll go to Hyper-V as of now. And I won't, this is not a virtual machine class, so I won't dig in deep into virtual machine stuffs. This is just for showing you how to get through the Windows 11 installation process so that you have easier time setting up the devices. So let us quickly create a virtual machine first. No, we don't want to go with quick create. We will go to the default. And virtual machine, they need also a virtual hard drive. Virtual hard drive, that means a space is reserved on your physical hard drive or solid state drive to accommodate the virtual machine. So before we begin, these are something, this wizard helps you to create a virtual machine, blah blah blah. Normally we don't read. If you want to read, you can tell me, I'll read it out for you.
Yep.
So you can use this virtual machine in place of physical computers for a variety of uses. Now why would anyone want to use a virtual machine rather than a physical machine? Suppose you can there is a great thing in virtual machine that you can save it on a particular point.
Saves time.
Yeah, no, not fixed time, like you can create some checkpoints.
Yeah.
So on one click you can just revert it to the checkpoint no matter how much changes you have made after that. So suppose we need to test a software, and that software is not from a trusted publisher, trusted source, and you don't know what will that software do. I personally had a very bad experience testing such software in my physical machine. My whole hard drive, all files on my hard drive except the system files, they got corrupted, and I lost around 100 gigs of data. So that was a nightmare, you can say, during that happened around 2 or 3 years back. So to prevent such things, to teach people, you can always use a virtual machine so that your physical machine, the master, the host, is not affected. All right. Am I clear enough?
Yep.
I'm not a very good teacher, so if I do something wrong, please stop me and I'll try to rectify myself. All right, so
Yeah.
let us proceed. Now it asks me to put in a name, so let us try Windows 11 trial. You can put anything, you can put ABCD, you can put everything, and this has a location like where you want to locate your virtual machine files. So my location is preset, it is in the D drive, so that I do anything with the physical machine, my virtual machine will remain intact. My physical is on the C drive, right?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Now this is a generation 1, generation 2. We normally go with generation 2 for Windows 11 because it supports the TPM and the secure boot. So going to next. Now we have to start up memory. So this is the RAM, the amount of RAM you want to allocate. So let us allocate 8 gigs of RAM. 8192, that is 8192 MB, that amounts to 8 gigabytes. Use dynamic memory, that means if you untick this, on startup 8192 will be reserved for virtual machine, but when you tick this, it will be dynamically allocated. Like if it needs 4 gigs, it will use 4. If it needs 6, it will use 6. But at most it can use 8 gigs. It cannot proceed more than 8 gigs. Okay. Am I clear?
Yep.
Okay. And also now the network, so we'll just go with the default switcher. The default way to connect my VM, that is the virtual machine, to the network. Okay, connect to virtual hard drive. I am having some power issues. The power is going and coming, going and coming. Okay, so let us hit next. By the way, I am from India.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
yeah, it's not much far from Philippines. It's very near.
Yeah.
So this is the virtual hard disk that I just told you. So the virtual hard disk will be created in the virtual machine, blah blah blah, and maximum size, it is same as the RAM allocation. We need to allocate some space, so let us allocate around 100 gigabytes. Okay, and then next. Now it wants me install an operating system. We can we normally use ISO image for installing an operating system, right?
Yeah.
So we can tick on install it later, and we can tick on install. So I'll just allocate my installation image file right now from downloads, and we were doing Windows 11, so I have already saved it. You can download if you want to know how to download it. I'll save that on a later part. Windows 10 is also here, so let us go with Windows 11 next. And this is the summary. You can just have a look that everything you want is as you want, and finish. So it will create the machine. And now let us connect it. Connect, that means this is the display of your new virtual machine, and you need to power it on. So I powered it on. Okay, so alright, I missed it, so let us restart. Okay, which one is this? Reset please, and here we go. So United States, keyboard US, we don't need to do anything. Next, install now. So you don't have a product key, you don't need to do that. You can now you get the options for all this. So let us go with Windows 11 Home, because people that you will be setting up for will have Windows 11 Home mostly. They won't have 11 Pro. There is no basic difference between the setup. It's all the same. And where is the difference? I'll let you know that while we set it up. All right. So
Yeah, but we are always going to install Windows 11.
No, you're not
Oh.
going to you're not going to install anything. You're just going to set it up. To just go through the setup, I
Okay.
need you to do this. I need you to go through this one so that you have this in your backend, that what is happening. Okay, now you see this PC doesn't meet the minimum system requirements to install Windows 11. So we are dead here. So we need to quit and we need to switch off our virtual machine, that is shut down. Okay, so let us turn off. So turn off, this means you pull up the plug from the socket and it goes off. Now what we need to do, we need to enable TPM and secure boot. That is not enabled by default. So you go to settings of this virtual machine and you see here processor. Okay, we need to also increase the count of processor. So let us increase it to a quad core, that is a 4-core processor. And on the security, we need to enable secure boot, is already enabled. All right, and we need to enable TPM and then apply, then okay, then we start the machine once more.
Is it the same, the TPM, is it the same or somehow related with what do you call this, BitLocker?
Okay, there
no?
that's a very nice question or very nice idea. Yes, TPM is somehow related with BitLocker, because if you want to encrypt your whole machine, like before it starts, not after it starts. After it starts, after Windows is booted, you can have a full control over it, and you can let Windows do anything. But if you want to secure your machine before it starts, then you always have the option to encrypt your Windows 11 installation with a what do you say, BitLocker, and that is only possible when there is TPM enabled.
I should be enabled as well, the TPM.
Right. So Windows 11.
So what you're saying,
Mhm.
TPM is after boot, but before it boot, it's BitLocker.
Before it boots it's TPM, after it boots it's BitLocker. Yeah, that is
Okay.
in very simple words, that is correct. But if you dig in deep, TPM is always active on the system. Now TPM handles the BitLocker. Where on the system that doesn't have a TPM, the BitLocker is handled by software on a software level. Now it goes to, if your TPM is enabled, the BitLocker is handled by a hardware resource that is in your motherboard. TPM is a device that is in your motherboard. I hope I am making myself clear. All right.
Yeah.
We are good to go.
Yep, sure. Sorry.
Okay. No. Please ask yourself. So let us go through the same thing. Don't have a product key. Windows 11 home, that is fine. See, on the last stage we were stopped here. So, and now we are able to proceed with it. I just did that deliberately that I can show you why Windows 11 requires these things. So let us hit next. You don't want to upgrade because you have nothing in your virtual hard drive is empty as a new hard drive. So you want to custom install. This is the unallocated space. You click on new, you click on apply, and it will create two new partitions. That is one which has the MSR records, and it has a system, that is it has the boot records of the machine. And this is the primary, and on this one, which has the largest space, 99.9 gigabytes, we will install the operating system here. So let's wait for the completion of this one, and I'm not stopping. now let us start. Okay, now when a user switch on her or his computer, the first thing that they will show, that will be shown, is this one. Now this is on Microsoft language or Microsoft phrase, they call it OOBE, and that is out of the box experience. So here you get to select your settings and everything, and until this time also you are not being able to remote into your on the customer's computer. So you are on a call, suppose you are the customer and I am the tech, so I have to ask you, like, okay, so what is in your screen? They'll say it's asking me to select a language, so please go ahead with the United States. And this is how this procedure works until they land up into their desktop. All right, so let us proceed with United States. Obviously they will select US, nothing else to do. Want to add a second layout? No, you don't want to add a second layout, so skip. So it wants to name your device. So name your device. So we can test. We can name this test system. Anything can be named. Normally in Cushwick, for Cushwick customers, we name it like Cushwick. Suppose this machine belongs to the property manager, so PM. If it belongs to assistant manager, AM. Now many a times people don't do this, people just skip this and it'll give a default name. If you see, there is an option to skip.
Usually desktop.
Yeah, desktop hyphen, then there is a alphanumeric characters for I think 5 or 6 alphanumeric characters, right? That is a default name that is generated by Windows. So let us, when we are getting the option, why not, let us test system. Let us add far out solutions also, and let us proceed. So and every time you rename a system or you name a system, the system needs to restart to take effect. And this name, the computer name or device name, this is actually, in a general basis, all the network devices, they will see it as the host name. All right, am I clear?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so now comes the most difficult things. Previously Windows 10 had an option to sign in and with an offline account. Am I audible, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so previously Windows 10 had option to sign in with an offline account, but now they won't allow you to sign in with an offline account for Windows 11 Home. Now this is the difference between Home and Pro. The first difference, there are a lot of differences, but the first and the foremost difference is you need to have a Microsoft account to get into the Windows 11 system for the first time, and Windows 11 Home system, I would say specifically. But in case of Windows 11 Pro, you get in sign in options, you get option here, use offline account, which is not listed here, as you can see. So what to do with this? This has, now you might think that Cushwick users are, they are Microsoft, they have all Microsoft accounts, so we can do it, but no. If you type in a Cushwick account here, it won't allow you, because Cushwick is a specific domain handled in the Microsoft directory. They uses the resources of Microsoft, but they are not Microsoft accounts. Am I clear enough?
Yep.
Okay, so now this was never in my tutorial or never, not in any post delivery knowledge base KB articles. but I have created a false login for this, like a dummy Microsoft account, to just
Okay.
let the users sign into it. And that user account is FOS it's a underscore a login at outlook.com. Many users may have Microsoft account, but they don't want to use it on a official device.
Business. Yeah.
So I just created this one, and I went here, and the password is FOS at 7399 exclamation mark, and I forgot to press the numlock. So FOS at 7399 exclamation. Am I good? Yes, I'm good. I think I'm good. So let's sign in. Now this, I have named this account very fancy. You can see that in the it'll ask to create a pin. So create pin. Normally what I suggest is 1243, because it won't take 1234.
Okay.
Okay, it's simple. 1243. It is easy to remember also, but make sure you delete the account once you're in, and I'll show you that how to do that. And I'm recording this one, and you can always look back and record. I guess you are not taking notes.
I am.
Okay, you are taking notes. Okay, that's good. And normally what I prefer is turning off everything here, because it does not do any good, but uses your resources. And honestly speaking, we are not here to educate Microsoft about our knowledge, like our resources. So let us customize your experience. You don't need to customize your experience. You can just skip this one. And they will and you need to guide customer in every step of this. So this is a part where you need to learn, where more than learn, you need to remember your Microsoft accounts in OneDrive, and it will ask you to get the OneDrive. You don't want to have the OneDrive, or if in this case you would have to have the OneDrive, because it is, with every Microsoft account 5 gigabytes of OneDrive space comes free, and that is automatically enabled. We can disable it once we are inside. Okay, now it's a very difficult, or I would say very very important part. If you click on continue, access granted, we are giving you a free trial of Microsoft 365. If you click on continue, they will give a free trial of Microsoft Office, and you will see, oh, Microsoft Office is working. I don't need to do anything. Now after 6 months, the customer will call Far Out Solutions and tell, my Microsoft Office is not working anymore. They don't know anything. They don't know what is Office 365. They don't know what is Office 2021. They just know my Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook. Is mostly these three. They are working and they are not working. So never ever do this. And even if the customer does continue, please uninstall Microsoft Office 365, install Office 2021, and I'll show you in a bit how to do that. So let us click on decline as of now. All right,
Always decline it.
yeah, always decline it. But sometimes customer, they do this setup on their own. Some customers, you will face some customers who will ask you to guide, and you will face some customers who will tell, I'm into my desktop, please do whatever is needed. So in that case, you have to uninstall Office 365 and install Office 2021. And you also don't need all these things. Just skip. Now if a customer is not having internet, suppose is not being able to connect to internet, the laptop, the Wi-Fi is not connecting, or there is no Wi-Fi, there is no Ethernet, and they want to set up the laptop with a Windows 11, that is not possible. Just say it straightforward to the customer, sorry, we cannot do that, because first time you need to have a Microsoft account, and without internet we cannot deploy the Microsoft account on your system. So have an internet, connect to your hotspot, and call us back. And let me give you a small insight on this. Like, there are a few customers who are very helpful, who are very cooperative, and some who doesn't want to do anything but wants you to get it done, like everything.
Yeah.
And until and unless you are remoting into the system, you set up the system, you set up the team viewer. You know what is team viewer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Rico, do you know what is team viewer?
Yeah, we're using it.
Okay. So, until and unless you install the team viewer, you won't get access, you know, the unattended access thing. Okay, so congratulations, you're in your desktop. So after SSN, let us first change the display settings. You don't need to do this. This is just for the VM case, so you can ignore it. I'll just make the screen, you know, optimize it to the proper display size. So now it's here. Now what you would do? Can you do any wild guess? Like, you're still not in the computer, you don't have RMM installed, you don't have any remote control software installed, you don't have the TeamViewer here. So what would you tell the customer to do?
Download TeamViewer or Quick Assist.
Right, exactly. So download TeamViewer. You can tell that please download TeamViewer and install it. Now the customer they might say, no, I don't have access to, like, I don't want to download TeamViewer, or I cannot download, I don't have experience downloading, installing. So just tell them, go to start, type on Quick Assist, and 95% of them will hear it as Quick Access. So say not Quick Access, Quick Assist, assist as in assistance. Okay, so click on this and it will ask you to update it from here. Now I am the customer, right? You can get me as a customer, and this is Quick Assist get. Please install it. Yes. So Quick Assist install, please launch it, please close the previous window, or you did not tell them anything. Now you will ask for the code. So let us do one thing, let us get the code from my Quick Assist. This is on my physical machine, okay? So this is the customer machine, this is your machine. This also asks me to update. Normally I ask them to get me the access through Quick Assist, and I tell them be on call until and unless I download and install TeamViewer. Don't leave the call, because there is a bug, or there is a incapability of Quick Assist that it cannot it cannot call the, it cannot display the UAC dialog boxes. UAC, you know what is UAC? Guys, are we in? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So do you know what is UAC? Okay,
Yeah.
so UAC is user account control. So let us open it. And this one, let us close this one. So we need to get a code. So click on assist another person. I guess you are familiar with Quick Assist.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us give the code here. 1DY6G3. That's it. Share screen. Now this is happening on the computer, on the customer's computer, okay? And I now minimize the customer computer, and I want it here. Take full control, continue, and again they'll get a prompt. So on the customer computer, they need to click on allow access or allow, and they need to give it on allow access. Now it is here. So let us
Sure, but
minimize.
sure, but I'm only seeing the Google Chrome browser.
Which one?
I'm only seeing the Chrome browser that says TeamViewer, how to use TeamViewer.
Sorry, I am not getting you. Can you please pardon for me?
I mean, what you're doing is it's at the back of the browser.
No,
You can't
no,
see it clearly.
it's not at the back of the browser. I have only 3 or 4 things open up here. This is my virtual machine. Like this is the customer system right now.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, they have to
okay now,
close
yeah.
this. They can close this one also. And I will be doing it on this is my system, and this is the customer system on remote via quick assist. If I'm confusing you, please tell me. Okay, I don't want you to confuse. So the first thing we'll do, we'll open up Microsoft Edge, and we can confirm and continue without this data, and downloads TeamViewer. Because post delivery setup, they take longer than customer want to hang up to the phone, so like hang on to the phone. And you can download TeamViewer. Click on download TeamViewer. I can get this thing off.
4-bit, right?
Sorry.
Normally 64-bit, right?
Yeah, everything. Windows 11 is always 64-bit. Windows 11, they haven't rolled out a version of 32-bit in Windows 11.
Okay.
So if it is Windows 11, make sure it is just be sure it is 64. So we have it in downloads. Now when I click this one, this screen will go black. Okay, it won't go black now, but after this, see, this goes black, and you don't have any more access. Like you cannot do anything like here. So you need to ask the customer, please click on yes. And that is why I told the customer to be online and not to leave the phone right now. So the customer, this is the customer's machine. I'm back to customer's machine, and they will click on yes. Now you can have here, sorry, this one, on the quick assist, you have the screen back. Now this is the problem with quick assist, and that the dialog box that I was talking of, UAC, that is the UAC dialog box, user account control. I accept the end user license agreement. You have to accept it. There are no other options. You get the ID, you get the password. The first thing you will do here is go to settings and set up the password, because this password is difficult for you to remember. Even if you copy it and keep it saved somewhere, it'll change on the next launch of TeamViewer. So go to advanced, go to show advanced options, and then on this place personal password, just type in FOS at 7399 exclamation AB. Now previously this password happened to be FOS 7399 with a capital F, but after TeamViewer got upgraded, their license agreement or their security protocols changed, and they now want more complex passwords. So you can have the old computer, you can always look to the site config and get the password if the user or the tech has mentioned it there. So there are a lot of the maximum system, you will go to troubleshoot, they will open up with FOS 7399, but some, after they have changed this, different techs use different password. I have kept everything same. I just have added the exclamation, the @ sign, and a small AB. So you have the ID here. And also remember one thing, whenever you are jumping onto quick assist or TeamViewer, You mentioned this one, start TeamViewer with Windows. Otherwise, if you log off or you want to go to another user account, the thing will break. This thing will go off. Am I clear? That you will lose the TeamViewer connection. What I mean is, so now we have okay. Also, if you can copy from TeamViewer from your remote machine to your machine to your machine from your remote machine to your remote machine, but if you use quick access, you won't be able to do that. So let us minimize this one and let us open up TeamViewer. Where is TeamViewer? I did not save it here. Okay, so we need to have the code or the ID. So let us get the ID. It's 10227411233 connect. You can connect using this password or the password just you have just saved, FOS@7399 exclamation small a small b. Log on. You are in. Now you need to end this quick assist. You are no more required to have quick assist. You can close this window on your end, minimize this one, open up the TeamViewer remote machine, and also here you can close the quick assist. So we have set up the TeamViewer. Now we can say, okay, I'll do the rest of the setup, and if I need something, I'll call you back. To the customer, you can say this. If the customer is not willing to have normally they don't, because it is useless to hang on to the phone for so long. So this is done. First thing, get the download links of Office 2021 and the Cushweck apps. I have a personalized for these are all from my personal resources, but you always have Far Out Solutions SharePoint drives there where all the links and everything is there. So where is my OneDrive? Here, and I have created a Far Out Solutions folder, and there is everything I need. So download links. Okay, this is the download links. So we need this one and this one. These are the Cushweck apps that we need to install. So let us copy it and let us open up TeamViewer, open up Edge.
Can you send that link to the chat?
Yeah, I will definitely do that. And I have said it that anyone with that link can download the files. These are on a different account, not on this account, but this is also not my personal account. I have created it in name of Far Out Solutions itself. I will share with you that link. So let us download it. This is the post delivery setup. Okay, Shadi told me to guide you with post delivery and takeover. I'm doing the post delivery first. I'll do the takeover later on, and you will understand why I did that once I start with takeover. So, and we have the next link, that is Office 2021. Now you will ask why 2019 is here. This is because some old users, they have 2019 license, not 2021 license, and for some reason they need to download it. Their installation is corrupted, or they are switching the systems. In that case, we need to have the 2019 setup. So let us copy this one as well, and I'll send both of them to the chat. Let me do it now, because I am a very forgetful person. Now Butch is asking me, am I free for new tickets? I'm not now, right now. Okay, this is where are we? My
User
God.
added the one. The one as user add.
Where is, oh, see, so this is the clipboard. This is for Office 2021 Pro Plus, and okay, let us send this one here and then go to there. This one, this is for Cushwick apps. Now this is my personal repository. You can always use this one, and if I'm not into far out solution someday, or I'm elsewhere, anything can happen. And far out solutions or Cushwick, they have updated their repository, so you can always jump back to their repository and get the things from there. Okay, so this is downloading, and I have also copied 2020 link, and I guess I won't get it here because clipboard is not enabled here. Okay, so let us enable the clipboard, and once more get back to the text document and copy 2021 link, and let us go back to TeamViewer and then paste it back here. So now, depending on the internet speed, these downloads take time. This is around 350 MBs, I guess, or 320 MBs. This desktop .zip, and the Pro Plus image takes around 5 minutes. And in some cases, you will have very bad internet connectivity on the user end, and it will take around 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So the thing we do is we put to download, we pause the timer on the ticket, and we try to attend some quick short tickets. Suppose setting up a check scanner, or like they have some small problems. Maybe you will understand it by you get used to tickets. There are some tickets that is needed to be, you just need to call them and say, okay, this is the problem, don't worry, but this problem is not solvable by far out solutions. You need to go to Cushwick's IT department, you need to knock them to get a perfect solution, and they'll definitely help you with that. These are for, suppose they're not being able to log into their shared mailbox. This is a very common issue. Okay, suppose they are not being able to clock in on their portal, and they normally, since we are most interacting with them, they always approach us for that. You need to just tell that, go to Cushwick, you have contact your property manager. If she's not or he is not, mostly I'm saying she, because mostly the property manager are females on Cushwick side. They have a huge female force of employees. the male number is very less in Cushwick's properties.
Mhm.
I guess you know what is Cushwick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So utilize this time, because far out solutions, they really don't like you are waiting here and your counter is running and you are doing nothing.
So we have to stop.
You have to stop the timer and try to attend some other tickets. Try to attend some, sometimes you will understand that this tickets, this property, they don't answer calls easily. So just go and call them, try to call them, leave them an email, and put your time entry in between. This gets download. Normally, if the waiting time is around 5 minutes, you don't have to do that. But if you see a waiting time of 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even 40 minutes, I have faced, and you won't believe, during that 40 minutes I completed another PD setup.
Mhm.
So that is called multitasking. So you can see this desktop zip is downloaded. So let us open up the folder and let us extract all. Okay, let me reply Butch once, because he's waiting for my reply, I guess. Alright, so this is extracted. Now these are all my files. Like, I have created these files. These are not from Far Out Solutions repository. Only thing that is from Far Out Solutions repository is this folder here. Okay, this is the, okay, I'll come back to this later on. TeamViewer is already installed, so you need not install TeamViewer here. WinRAR, this is, you can install this. In last I'm troubleshooting, and I'm installing, I'm assembling PCs, I'm doing a lot of upgrades on hard drives and solid state drives during my last 5-6 years, and I'm very much acquainted and through with what people use, what they need, what they don't need. So this WinRAR is my input here, and I'll get to this file later on. And Office download, you already have downloaded the Office. I've kept this file here. This is because on the other account, on this account, if I sign in, if I let the people the user sign in through this account, this automatically downloads the files in the desktop. So you can see this is a desktop folder actually. So that is the reason I have kept everything here, so I don't need to copy between my machine and that machine. You can do all these things. The more you stay here, you will understand everything. It's very simple and very straightforward. All you need is to remember things. That is the point. You can create checklist also. One of our techs I was shadowing, that he told me to create a checklist, but I did not do it because I knew, like, okay, these are things to be done. If I do it 2-3 times, I'll be through it and I'll remember it. So okay, so now we are in here and we need to install the apps. Before we install the apps, you can see only recycle bin here, and the customer need to click on this Explorer icon to browse files. Mostly customer will do that, no matter what you do, what you help them with. So what I do is I go here, I personalize. Now since this is not activated, I don't know if it will allow me to do it. Network and internet. No, not network and internet, sorry. Oh, I did it wrong. Personalize and themes. Okay, so it won't let me create the desktop icon because this is not activated. But once you activate this one, you can create the desktop icon. I'll show it in a different system later on. I have it already. I have taken a dummy system for you that is running in Florida. I will remote into that and show you something that I cannot show you here. So this is good. Okay, now normally what we do is we create this PC here, not by shortcut but by place this PC from the desktop icons, this PC and this folder here. You won't get it here. Libraries. Okay, this folder, and create a shortcut here. You will get this on the desktop themes, desktop settings. So you can quickly go to this PC. This is your ISO that helped me install the file. Okay, and now we can go to local disks. No, we can go to downloads. We have this one. This will mount. You know what is mounting? This will mount the. It's like a CD drive you have inserted. It's a virtual CD drive. All right. So if you click on the image, it will mount the image into the root of the system, and it will help you to get the access the files here. So let us start the setup. Yes. Let us continue with something else, and let it run in the background. TeamViewer is set up. Okay, now the main thing that is required comes to the place. Here are a lot of exe executable files. You don't need to click on them one by one. You just need to click on this main menu. Right click on this main menu. Guys, are we in? Okay, so right click on this main menu and click on run as administrator. Windows protected your PC. You will get this thing because the publisher is not is unknown for Windows, for Microsoft. So click and run anyway. Okay, now the USC is here. Now we get this one. Let me zoom into it a bit so that you can see it properly. Now create FOS admin account, create a scan account, disable local account. You don't need to use this one. Number 3, you don't need to use. Install Adobe DC. This is the Adobe Reader, okay, not the Pro. Install Ninite. Now Ninite, you know what is Ninite? Ninite helps to create a compact package of different software you choose. This has been done by Farout Solutions in terms with Cushwick. So you need not do anything here. You just need to get it through. Okay. So let us go ahead one by one. Let us start 1. Done. Create it. Close. The command completed successfully. Very good. Press any key. And number 2. Command completed successfully. Press any key. Number 3. Not needed. Number 4. Now, okay, so here we go. Now there is a problem because they haven't, while programming the batch, they haven't done this properly, or they have mentioned the file, the folder path very specifically. They did not do it dynamically. So what we need is, we need to cut or copy this takeover file folder and put it in the root of C. Otherwise the user account will be created, but they won't be able to access the exe files from here, and you need to restart this thing. Sorry, run as administrator again. Alright, let me again zoom. 1 and 2 is done. You don't need to do that again. So let us go with 4, creating Adobe, or rather installing Adobe. How is the weather in Philippines now?
It's quite like warm from my end.
Mine's raining.
Okay, we are also having a pretty bad weather. Like, it's a stormy weather. I won't say it bad because it is a part of it. So there is nothing like bad or good, but it's been stormy since 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So we are getting through Adobe, okay, and we can come back here and press any key to continue. Now normally during Adobe, if other installation is in progress, Adobe will halt, and it says please complete, and click continue. So other setup will complete, and then you can continue. So since we were not running anything else, it completed, so we can finish it. Adobe is done. Number 5, Ninite. Now as I said, Ninite is a package of different setups. Like, it will have Chrome installed. See, it's downloading Chrome now. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, it will download VLC, It'll download and install. You don't need to. It's a it's a unguided setup, unattended setup. What has happened to my vocabulary? I don't know. Yeah, I am.
Getting to each site.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is quicker instead of getting to each site to download and install it.
Right. Very. That is true. This is quicker, but there is a problem also. Like for certain things, like for certain setup, you need to. They don't have the dynamic link. So suppose VLC. This is not downloading VLC from the VLC's source. But Chrome, if you install Chrome, you will see not the normal Chrome setup. It's an online installer. It's not an offline installer. So every time you run the same installer, it will get you the updated version of Chrome. But with VLC, it won't do so, because you have manually inserted VLC into this 9.8, and suppose that VLC version is 2.8. Now the VLC version is 4, so it won't be automatically fetching the newer version for you. This is as far as my knowledge goes about 9.8. I haven't used 9.8 for long, so they might have added, they might have changed. I am not sure of that. I don't know why it is taking a wrong time. I think it is taking the Pacific time here. You can see on this machine it took the Pacific time, 8:33 a.m. It's not even the Pacific time. It's taking a wrong time. I don't know why it is doing so. So what all are installed? You can see Chrome is installed. Silverlight is no more required. Is discontinued by Microsoft. Java is installed. I don't know why they need Java, but Java is installed. 7-zip not needed because we have WinRAR, but still it is installed. VLC is installed. TeamViewer was previously installed, so it won't install it. It'll just bypass the setup. So we can close this one. We can click on next. Now the Yappy. This is, I don't know why they use this. They have something, maybe it's background. It works in the background. It's specifically for Cushwick users. If you are setting up for other users, you don't need to install ERD. That the Yappy setup. We can click on continue, and we can see there is a change background and run system set. This is a optional thing. You can do it, you cannot do it. You don't want to do it, you don't do it. And we can, just for sake of doing, just let us do. This is done. And now what happens? Your desktop background is changed, and you can see some dynamically changing information here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And okay, so while you install Yappy, it wants you to install .NET Framework 3.5. So you can download and install this feature. It takes some time. And see, this is my IP address. This is my IP address. I think this is taking my public IP address, if I'm not wrong. Or no, this is taking my remote IP address. Not the remote, I would say the virtual IP address. Okay, and this is the OS version, which is wrong because they haven't done it after Windows 11, so Windows 11 is not there. This is the username, the first few initials of the username. Now for technical support, contact this. This is great. This again asks, this is a bug. The installation has finished, but it again asks install this feature. Now it will again searching for required files. It is just a bug, I guess. So you just need to click on install and let it go through. And after this is done, then successfully installed, close, and you finish the EAP setup. Okay, 7 is also done. Now we want to change the Internet Explorer homepage to Kushvik intranet. You can do that obviously, but as you know, Internet Explorer have expired, right? Microsoft has discontinued the support for Internet Explorer, and it is also preventing the users from using Internet Explorer on Windows 10 and Windows 11. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about what they're doing in Windows 7 or Windows 8.1. So let us go to 8. You can just click. That is a simple thing to do, and you can now go to 9. 9 is iDrive. Well, no, what is iDrive? You guys have any idea of iDrive? Since you were working with PNW, I think you have some idea of iDrive, right?
I haven't encountered.
Okay. No, I am not too sure of what PNW includes everything. I think PNW includes the OneDrive and it's not related to the iDrive.
Yeah, OneDrive.
Okay, so iDrive is something like OneDrive, something like OneDrive, and we won't use the credentials to log in here. Why? Because this user account will be deleted. We are just using this to set up. So we have installed it. We can set it up later on. Just close this and come back to this page. Now this is a very bad kind of setup, because I'll say you why. Let me hit. This is the Panini driver, okay, for the check scanner. You guys have idea what is a check scanner? Now, have you encountered check scanner before?
Not really that familiar.
Okay, the check scanner is like in our places we get check, we go to bank and submit it, and the checks get cleared after a few days. And there is they have since their banks are far from their they are not easily reachable.
It will verify their accounts.
No, not to verify their accounts. Suppose you have given them a check, and for that check they need to drive 80 kilometers, suppose, to deposit the check. So that is very inconvenient.
They will just use this instead.
So they use the check scanner instead, and they send the checks to a particular place, and this is something like MICR. They have the MICR reading there. So let us install. This is the driver, okay, this is not the app, so we be very sure of this. Like, and the app, the most tedious thing for me, the app wasn't included here, and I was nowhere like how to scan check, and I got a user who knew nothing about check scanner, so I did not get help. Then I thought maybe something is wrong with my setup. I again installed it, uninstalled and installed it, and I was looping for some time until I realized, while setting up some other computer, I realized that okay, there is a different app for setting up this for using the check scanner. Now installing. Now it will say make sure your USB cable is disconnected. So that means your check scanner needs to be disconnected from the computer for the driver installation. Click on OK. Now you see this was quick. A command prompt window came in, went off, and they said it is successfully installed. But when you do it actual on their machine, this will go to a permanent a temporary stage of hibernation. Like you will see it on taskbar, but nothing won't come up on this. Now don't think it that this installation has failed or it's working in background. Wait for it. So what I do, I put this 10 at first. I open this thing up, I open this screen up, and I put 10 here first and enter it, let it run in background, and then I just to utilize my time, I just do this. And then next is the CRM. That is a very quick setup that you just need nothing to do. It will say next, and finish install. and you want to launch, it won't come up anything here, but it would show here. So we are done everything here. You don't need until you need all these 12 and 13. So we are good with this. We are done. So you can see now this computer looks like, yeah, we can use this computer.
Mhm.
And we have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, everything. And what is the time? It's past 9. Okay, past 9 in my time. Okay, so don't get confused. So desktop, this is all done. Microsoft Office is done. And now we need to create a user and delete this user. If I'm not left with anything else right now, we can do that on that user as well. So let us create a new user. Are you familiar with the commands?
CMD, yeah.
Not CMD. It's CMD is command prompt. You get the black screen.
Oh,
A text interface, programming interface to the Windows. But this is run commands. Like you can easily access something from run, like control user passwords 2. This 2 is used for getting a simplified setup. If you run it without the 2, you will get this setup. Okay, and you can see this very easily. This is the control panel, user account. So we actually come up to this. You can come up to control panel, like placing in control. I guess you would be familiar with this because this has been there since, I guess, XP or XP. Yeah, XP was control panel was there in XP. A different interface, but it was all in all the same thing. So to create a user in Windows 11, you cannot use that interface that I just pulled up right now, this one, because you see manage another account, and it, okay, you get the option here, add a new in, okay, you see add a new user in PC settings. So until Windows 10 they have added a PC settings. Where is settings? Here is settings, right? So you need to go to settings and add a new user, and we don't want to go through that much, so just add it here. Email address not needed. Sign in without a Microsoft account, not recommended, but we have to do this. And then it again asks, you will get this with Microsoft, you won't get this with local. Okay, I know. So local. Username, suppose this machine is for a property manager, or someone wants to name it her or with his or her name. So let us, as of now, let us name it user. Don't use any passwords until the user says you to that I want to give a password to it. Just hit next, finish. Now there is a decisive thing that you need to decide what to do. Sometimes you need to give the user admin rights, sometimes you need not. I mostly do, because if they want to install something, suppose they want to install a software or the camera software, suppose now they call us, I don't have access, can you please give me access? So just to lower their trouble and our trouble, I just use this group membership, and I select administrator here, and I apply, and I okay. So this is now administrator. Okay, and you saw that we created the FOS admin and scan account from the command prompt interface. Do you remember? Hey guys, are we in?
Yep.
Okay. So back to the pavilion. Let us click on OK. And now, since our team viewer is running on background and we have selected the startup here, I can go here. I'm using team viewer. I am not using my direct interface of the virtual machine, as you understand. So let us quickly log out, sign out. So here you can see this is the fancy name that I gave, Far Solutions login killer. So you don't need to have a fancy name as such. You can use anything you want.
Okay.
Okay, so we are now logging into users. User.
That's the one that will show in RMM, right? User.
Yeah, that's the one that will be shown in RMM. But the best thing for to identify system in RMM is the PC name. So always try to give a good PC name, distinguishable PC name. And sometimes they have created it, they have gone through the, see, we are again back with the OOBE setup, and you want to turn off location, and these are, you won't be able to get location based experience. You don't need to have a location based experience. So I'll turn everything off and accept it, and that's it. That's the small OOBE, not the whole thing. And that will automatically pull up Microsoft Edge, and it want to start with your data without your data. So you will without your data, confirm and start browsing. Okay, it started with the TeamViewer itself, so you can close this, I think. Okay, Microsoft Edge. And as you can see, again, we don't have this PC and the user files here, so we cannot access it again because this is not activated. So just we can go to Explorer and give this PC here create shortcut. You don't need to do this because what's wrong here? Okay, sorry, I was doing it wrong. Okay, so shortcut created. In reality, we'll create not the shortcut but the just give it, arrange it as you want. There's nothing hard and fast rule of arranging. So we are here, everything is done. Now we need to set up the iDrive. Okay guys, should we take a small break? Are you guys bored? Because I am speaking and speaking.
I think a break will do.
Okay, all right. So let us take a break, a small break again. And Shadi told me to create 2 videos, but let the screen recording be there, and let us pause the recording. How do you pause it? Are you interested? Oh, the recording. So starting again after a small break, you can the video is off, right? Yeah, the video is off. Okay, so where did we stop? Let me pull up TeamViewer. Okay, so we are here now. We need to get our dummy account off from the user's computer. So let us do that before we forget it. So we can use the command, or the run command to be precise, and we can get into here. Now there is a small issue. If you remove any user from here, suppose we remove the scan user, we remove this one, or this is currently logged in, so we cannot remove that technically. See, the remove button is hibernated. But if we remove FOS login from here, it won't remove the files of the users, and it will use up the space unnecessarily. So I prefer that you go to the normal interface, the default controlling the user passwords interface, that is without the 2. We can go here and we can go change user in account control settings. No, we don't want that. We want manage another account. We click on that, we get the list of accounts that is here. And suppose we want to delete this file, this user, we get the option to delete the account. We press on delete the account. Now it tells us that you want to delete the files, you want to keep the files, or you get the option here. So we want to delete the files. Now this thing will be used in during your takeover setup as well. And also if somebody, there sometimes, suppose I'm the property manager and you are the assistant manager, and I give my laptop to you, and you suppose you are a new joinee. All right, so I give my laptop to you, and you can use that. I have other laptop, and I have my files there. I say I don't need the files. You call me up and tell me that I need to set up this computer for my use. This was previously used by my property manager and I want to use it now. So, and nothing on the like, no data on the computer is required. So in that case, we create a new user. At least this is my protocol. Okay, this is nothing hard and fast. This is my protocol of working, my modus operandi, I would say, for working with this. And we can just get it delete account with deleting files. So no unnecessary space is blocked or used in C drive. So here we go. The FOS killer, login killer, is no more there. He is like a henchman. He is just for use, and then we dispose him off, eliminate him. Okay, now don't think me as a gangster, please. I'm saying such things. Okay, so where were we? We were okay. We created this one. Now Panini is installed. You want to install the check scanner. Office is installed. This one is also installed. This is not installed. This won't be there on your system because this is for this virtual machine. And we have installed. Okay, we removed the downloads, by the way, because that was in the other system, but we had the takeover file here, and that is a mess that we did. So we need to get back here. We need to enable the clipboard once more because this is a new user, and we need to copy this because we need to download the Yardi check scan app. Remember? So a second please. Where were we? TeamViewer. Okay, it's here, so we can download it. This one, Yardi check scan WPF.
Sorry, Samish, can you share the link to us?
This link, this is already shared. This is the same link.
Okay.
You want to, you can download particular files from here. You can, if you untick everything and click on download, the whole thing will be downloaded.
Alright, okay.
And if you want to download specific, you can just click on specific files and click on download. So it will create a zip and download the selected files. And you can, I want to download only this one because these all are not needed. Okay, yeah, these are all not needed here right now. I can show the text files from here itself if I need to. So let us download it. Now we can use Chrome also if we don't like Microsoft Edge, which is my case. I don't like Microsoft Edge. I prefer Firefox the most for my secure transaction, like secure web usage, like banking or accessing my secured Google Drive, all such things. I prefer Firefox. And for normal daily usage, especially for far out solutions, I use Chrome. And sometimes I also need a third browser, and I have installed Opera GX. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that. Anyways, so let us continue with that, and let us install the check scan app. This is something from Yardi, and the driver that we installed previously, that's something from Panini. Okay, so this is the app and that is the driver, and you can click on next, then install. Nothing to do much here. It'll get you here. And how to set up Yadi the CheckScan app, I will show it you in a bit. I will remote into the computer that is currently lying in Florida, and from there I'll try to get a Cushwick users account and I'll try to get it through. Alright, so we are almost done with the setup. Now the most tedious thing, I would say the most important thing, that's a lifesaver. Suppose you want to remote into the computer and the user is not there, and you preferably don't. That is a first and foremost thing. That depends on the text integrity, that I don't remote into computers without the permission of the user. If the user wants me to remote, I remote. But in some case, user wants you to remote and you cannot use TeamViewer. There are pretty much reasons for that. TeamViewer has expired. Okay, TeamViewer expired. That means it has a version that is no more supported, and it won't let you remote. Maybe TeamViewer installation has corrupted. That is also a very common thing that happens with maybe I would say every fifth person. TeamViewer gets corrupted. The most laughable, I won't, it's not right saying such things, but still I would say that there's the most laughable thing that happens. There is TeamViewer on the desktop, but the customer says, I don't have TeamViewer, I can't find it. You tell him or her to search it on the start menu. Still, he or she will search for this and it'll pull up this one. So pretty many things may happen that I haven't experienced, other techs may have experienced. So for that we need the RMM. That is very much required. To get the RMM, let us trigger Chrome. And you can see I have plenty of things on Chrome. I normally don't use this machine for my far out solutions works. I use the daily works. I use my desktop for it because it has a big screen and it really helps me with my eyes. This is my horrible Chrome interface. I have multiple tabs open. Let us open a new interface and let us open the Datto from here. And for Autotask, we don't really need it right now, so I'm not showing it to you. We can click in Datto. I guess you're running out of time.
We can continue till 30.
Till 12:30. All right, that's great. Okay, and this is typical. I think you are logging into Datto, so I don't need you to help with that. So let me see the thing and press it in. Okay, Datto is working. And this is my Datto's new interface dashboard. Now I have a bad habit of using the new things. People like, okay, I'm comfortable with the old interface and that is not going to expire any sooner, so let us continue until that is like plan A, and I always opt for plan B, that is, oh, there is something new, let me see that. And you won't believe that this really helped, because I will see you why. Let us search for a site. Let us search for all sites. Let us go to this all Dell temp PCs or computer setup. I think we can go to all Dell temp PCs because that is fine to work with. Now you click on add device. Now previously on the previous interface, if I could have shown you, I would have shown you. I can show you, it is just a click away. But on the previous interface, these options, the second option, the share the agent link, use the installation command, was not there. You have to download it. So it is not a wise idea to sign into the Datto from the user's computer through that long process of signing in, but download it. If you use the previous interface, you need to download it and use the file transfer protocol from, not the file transfer protocol, what I'm saying, the file transfer option from TeamViewer, and we can transfer the file from here to there. Now, are you familiar with this installing Datto on a system?
Not really.
Not
yet.
really. Okay, so it is a exe file that is you know, I'm sorry for that. This is an installation file that is specific for each sites. So if I go back to all sites, you can see here there are certain sites. Now let us take the example of this site because I remember the name. I'm currently working with their network. The network is in a very bad shape due to lightning effect, lightning and thunder effect. So I remember this name, Everly Apartments. They are based in the in some corner of Georgia. So these are their systems that is there. Okay, so this is, now if I add a device, if I download the exe for adding a device, I can use it to use the same setup for adding 10 devices to this property. Now since I don't want to use this one, let us go to all Dell temp PCs. This is a, this is a dummy site for us to test the Datto. Now I'm not very much.
Can we try that too? I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Can we try that too on our end so that we can install?
Yeah, definitely. I will show you that. I will definitely show you that. But let me be clear that I'm not very much familiar with the backend, backend working of Datto. I haven't used it much. I just use it to remote to PC that is not connecting to TeamViewer, or
Okay.
the customer cannot pull up Quick Assist for me. So Datto is my last option, the last way out.
Yeah, because we can't use that from
Yeah,
our end.
and Datto is very much, Datto, we can run tasks, we can just schedule some tasks with Datto. But there are other experts in FR solutions who are like pretty much good in everything in Datto. So they are far more knowledgeable than me for this one. So let us go on and add device on all Dell temp PCs because this is a dummy account, dummy site. And we don't want to download it because we again need to file transfer the file. We just copy this link, go to our remote machine, pull up Chrome, Edge, whatever, paste it, and we download it. So all in all, we are downloading how many things? We're downloading this Kushvik files to set up. We're downloading Office. We're downloading this RMM application. Okay, let us call this up. Do you want? Obviously we want. And now you won't say anything. Don't get afraid, don't get scared. You have it here. It's not up yet. It'll be soon up. There you go. Did it come up? No, it's not yet up. Okay, here it is. It is now connecting to Datto. Now since this is a virtual machine, sometimes this does not connect properly. And also after installing Datto, you need to wait maybe 1 hour. You need not wait, but you might if you want to see that what antivirus, they have a included antivirus in Datto that comes from the house of Webroot. Now Webroot is not installed like instantaneously after installing Datto. Maybe it will take an hour or two to get installed, but it'll happen automatically. You need not have any vigilance or control over that. It is an automated task that is handled by Datto. So let us see. The hostname is here. Test system for solutions. Can I see it here? In all Dell 10 PCs. Why this is not opening up? Okay, devices, sites. Let us do it once more. See, you have it here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now type is unknown because this is a virtual machine and it cannot relate to what it is. And now it is showing a wrong architecture, 32-bit. That is not possible. 32-bit is not the one. So there are, once you install it to a physical machine, it'll be fine. Every data is very precise on the physical machine, for the physical machine. I'll show you that too. Alright, let me push it up a bit faster. So we are almost done with everything. Now the small thing that is left is go to C drive, create a new folder, name it scan, SCAN. I can create a new folder. The shortcut to create a new folder, if you want to use the keyboard shortcuts, is Control Shift and N as in Nancy. Okay, so you go here, create share or shared, whatever you want. I normally use share. This is not much needed. The scan is very much needed with more in most of the cases. We just hit refresh here and scan. With scan, what we need to do is we need to share this. First we need to share this with the scan account. Enter scan, enter everyone, and oh, I did something wrong. Let us cancel it and let us do it once more. I can share it with scan with everyone and put all is read write permission. Give everyone the read write permission. User is the owner because I have created the file using this account, so this account is the owner. Share. Yes, you need to turn on network discovery, and you need to do the same thing with the share folder. Sorry, I normally name this shared, not share. It's the shared folder. So go to properties, go to sharing, share. Everyone is included and the scan account is included, because if it asks for a password, the scan account's password is very easy. It's the same as the account name, but everything in lowercase. Did you get me?
Yeah.
Great. So this is done. Now this is a good habit, I would say. Go to network settings, sorry, and you can see this is in a public network. Now this may be Wi-Fi, this may be Ethernet, whatever it is. Go here and change it to private. It did not do that. I think this is due to virtual machine system issue and it went off. Okay, let me pull up the virtual machine once. But normally, okay, it is back in. I'm in TeamViewer, yes. So now if we go here and see, it is in a private network. Now private network, what is the difference between private and public network? It is a kind of normally we will see that private means I'm hiding from the network. That means private. That what the name suggests, right? But private network means I'm in a private network and my computer, the host is visible to the other host on the network. And in public means I'm in a public network and I want to hide my identity. I don't want to show up my my computer to other computer, because I don't know who are on the public network. So that is why we select private network, so sharing becomes easier. Am I clear?
Okay.
So this is all that we have gone through until now. Everything is fine. Now we are remaining with activating Microsoft Office. This is a tedious work. Now, activating Microsoft Office, I don't have a key for that, because activation, it needs to get a key. So let us see that if we have covered everything except Microsoft activation and check scanner. We can do that later on. I don't want to push it too hard today itself, because you guys are maybe learning something new, or learning something new way to do it in a new way, and I don't want you to, as I told before earlier, that stuff in everything. So almost done. We also, what we include in the in this setup is, we sometimes have to add the scanner or the printer. That depends from site to site. What is the way? There are Ricoh printers. Ricoh is not you, so its spelling is a bit different. It's Ricoh. Yeah, we use a Ricoh copier. It's a big copier machine. Okay, that helps copy printing and scanning. We use Xerox with a wide customer range, and Xerox, we have Far Out Solutions provide exclusive service agreement for Xerox printers, copiers. We use HP, not to forget. That's the most common name worldwide. We use Canon. That is also a very common name. And I think there are some other, like Sharp. I was troubleshooting a Sharp yesterday, and that was a very hectic of a job. So yeah, these are copiers and scanners that depends on from site to site. If you have any questions, you can reach me anytime, even when I'm not in clock. If you want to ask me, and I can access my Teams if I'm not sleeping or driving or doing something else, I will definitely respond to you, and I will help you out in every way possible for me. Okay, now this is again my tweak. It is not included in the Far Out Solutions knowledge base. Go to Task Manager, click on More Details, get this interface, go to Startup, disable everything except the Datto. This is the agent browser, is the Datto. Okay, don't disable iDrive, disable Microsoft Edge, disable Microsoft OneDrive. Again, this is not usually there on the physical systems. Disable Microsoft Teams. Don't disable Microsoft Teams. Oh, you can disable Microsoft Teams, because what they use. Don't disable Rent Cafe, don't disable Start FOS. You can disable this one. Windows Security, don't disable. Windows Terminal is already disabled, so we can check the enable this, and this. Fine. Now we need to install Microsoft Teams. Now you will say Microsoft Team is already installed. Why do we want to install it again? So any wild guesses? Why do I want to install Microsoft Teams?
I've encountered that because the
Mhm.
the account won't work on the default one.
Exactly. This is very, you have hit the bullseye. Now when you go to download Teams, you will see there are two options: download for home, now download for work or school. You need to select this one, download Teams for work and school. Install this one. And also, it is a good habit. I often forget to do that. Create the scan shortcut, the shared shortcut on the desktop. I think you know how to create a shortcut. Normally we drag and drop pressing the left button, but you can also drag and drop pressing the right click on the mouse, and it will give you the options before just you once you drop it here, it will ask you what you want to do. You want to copy it, you want to move it, you want to create a shortcut, so you create a shortcut. Normally if we let us come back to Teams a bit later. If we use this left click and drag and drop it here, it will move. See, it moved. It is no more on C drive. The root of C drive, it went to the desktop. So desktop is also in C drive, if you know. All files in desktop is actually in C drive. It is located in users. This is not the user. Why this is not deleted? Okay, it will be deleted once we restart the system. And here is the desktop. So you can see contents here and contents here are similar. So if we create a new folder here, you can see the new folder is also created here. So desktop's file is fetched from C drives, this location of C drive for every user, or for individual users. So we need to put this back in here. This needs to stay here, and a shortcut is needed to be created here. Create a shortcut, and we see properties. We just check the sharing option. See, when we moved the file, the folder, the sharing settings got lost. So we need to do that once more.
Okay.
This is not going to be used by anyone. This is just a dummy, but still these are like bonus revisions you get while working. So that's all for the post delivery setup. I guess everything is done. Oh, this is left. Now you tell them to add use. Now Kushvek, if they will use, suppose my name somesh.kumar@kushvek.com. I don't have this. This is just for example. Okay, and you hit next and they won't accept it. This is because Kushvek has revoked all the licenses for Microsoft Teams. So if you want to have Microsoft Teams, like if the user wants to have a Microsoft Teams account, they need to contact us and get a specific mail ID for Kushvek.com. For Kushvek Pinnacle, we normally use this Pinnacle, if the spelling is correct, .com. Now this is used for Microsoft Teams. Also for the phone logins, I'll come to the phone logins in a later part of our sessions. So almost everything is done. We are left with the check scanner setup. We are already like 50% through because we have installed the driver, we have installed the software, the app. So we are almost through with that. Clear all unnecessary recycle bin and everything. Okay, update the system. Go to settings. There are a lot of ways to go into settings. Go to Windows Update. I am not updating this because this is just a dummy system. Go to update it. After update is completed, go to this PC, go to right click on system, go to properties, run a disk cleanup, clean up system files, select everything and clean up. I'm not doing it right now because it will take unnecessary time. It will just also there are few places that you want to clean if the computer is slow or after doing a fresh install. The temp folder, this is the global temp folder of Windows. Okay, select all and delete it. There is a prefetch folder. Now do not delete the prefetch folder every now and then because it will slow down the computer, like it will slow down the triggering of the app. every app you trigger, it creates some kind of database, you would say, on prefetch folder to pull up the app quicker next time. So if there is no problem on the first installation, please clear it. And if there is no problem with the particular, like there is no issues on the computer, do not clear it. You can but clear the temp file. You can clear the user temporary. The first one was global temp. This is the user basis temp. So this is the user, like for this user account, this is a temp file. You can clear it. So you can also access the app data once you go to select the go and select to view the hidden files, show hidden files, and you will select app data here. Okay, app data is already here, it's hidden. You can see this is in a bit lighter shade, so this is hidden. And we use app data. The local low is not used. The local and roaming is used for troubleshooting. Suppose Outlook is not starting, suppose EID check scan app is not starting. In that case, you go to roaming, and if you launch EID, I don't know if it will create now because I don't have the link with me. They usually have this kind of link, www.erd.com/pca, and I forgot the number. It's like 7708 something like this. I am not too sure of this, and I might be wrong with the URL as well, because I always copy it and paste it. I hardly see it. So maybe we can, once you hit go, the login page will appear here, and normally it creates a folder file here, because this is not set up right now, so the file is not here. And why are you lagging, my dear? Okay. And iDrive, I'll come to the iDrive later on. I'm not including it in this tutorial, but the next tutorial I will have the iDrive included. I will show you how to set up Office 2021, because there is a trick in entering the key. It's not always that you enter the key and boom, Office is activated. No, it doesn't happen. It would ask you activate by telephone. So you don't need to call the telephone number from your Teams and then activate it. But there is a way out to that. You can just use something on the web to do that. I'll let you know that in the next tutorial. This is already too long, so I think it's a wrap right now. If I have missed something, it'll be covered in the next one. So let us close the TeamViewer access. It's all done. This is my physical machine, and this is the user machine that looks something like this right now. And you see we have lost the wallpaper because we have changed the user after deploying the wallpaper. So we have lost it. So we can again go here and do that. I'm not doing it right now.